Hi, Alex here. On this video, I want to talk about what I call the success attitude. I once wrote a paper which I headed Mind the Gap, GAP, and the GAP stood for Goals, Attitude, and Personality. Because I'd learned as a trainer and as a sales manager over many years that you can teach any skill that are needed. Anything that you need to say can be taught. But goals, you can't tell people what their goals are. They really have to invent them for themselves. The attitude is absolutely key to success. People talk these days about recruiting talent, and I tell you, in sales people, I would sooner have a great attitude than great talent. Talent I can train and teach that. And personality, people always want to talk to somebody that's fun, humorous to talk to. So you do need a personality, and again, you can't really train that. You are who you are. So the Mind the Gap was the goals, attitude, personality, which is really important to success in sales. And I want you to know at this stage, really, is this for you? So, and the other question people ask themselves, and they should ask themselves, is do I need a boss? In our environment, you're working home alone, very self-employed, very independent, and it doesn't suit everybody. You need to be quite disciplined, quite focused, quite motivated, certainly got key goals and a good attitude to actually make a great success of things. Now, most people do need a boss to give them instruction, and they wander off, they get distracted by themselves. In an office with a boss, the boss will put the discipline back into there. So we're looking for people who don't need that. We will put as much structure in as we can, but at the end of the day, you've got to do the work. If you don't do the work, you won't get the results. And the biggest reason for failure with any organization like ourselves is somebody not doing the work rather than doing it and not succeeding because they lack talent. Yeah. And in fact, another attitude, part of that attitude is one of the favorite principles of success I like. Failure has got to be looked at as feedback. That's easier said than done. Every time you fail, you've got to actually say, that's feedback of what didn't work, what can I change, what did I learn? That's what so-called failure is about. So it will stop you, that attitude will stop you getting rejected over the top. Because in sales, if you make 100 phone calls, messages, emails, you're not going to get 100 come back or even more than 50 come back positively. So you're going to get more rejections than acceptances. So you've got to get used to that from the start and make sure you can do it. Another principle of success is whatever you're doing, if it doesn't work, do anything else. So an approach with a customer has to be tweaked. You tried something, it doesn't work, you just move on. You try a different approach, a different way of getting in, um, doing it. You've also got to think quite big. We like people who think big. Think not how can I sell one person, how can I leverage this and get 10 at one time? How can I then automate my sales process and get apps or whatever working for me as well, making that efficiency? You always need to be thinking like that. We also, in terms of your goals, want to put right an idea in your head at this point of being in the gap, not the gain. Sorry, the gain, not the gap. Got it wrong way around there. Yeah. Now, most people in the goals, they set whether it's weight loss or money they're going to make or how fast they're going to run or how much weight they're going to lift in the gym. They set their ideal of where they want to get to. So I don't know, they're at 100 kilograms now and they want to be 80 kilograms. So they target being 90 kilograms by the end of the year, but they're only 98. Yeah. Now, they get really depressed and give up. That's what people do because they haven't hit their target. If, on the other hand, they focused on the gain of 2 kilograms lost, they would actually feel quite positive and motivated. And there's a lot of research shows that when you're moving forward, yes, shoot for the moon, but you don't have to hit the moon, and just report to yourself all the gains and steps you've made towards that. So list out the positives, including what you learned from things going wrong. So get in the habit of measuring your success against your goals as being in the gain, not the gap. I talk a lot more about this in subsequent trainings as we're going on. So you need to, with the goal setting, have a big why. People say to me, are you money motivated? Everyone puts their hands up, right? But what would you do to get it makes a very different thing, and they've got to do things now. You've got to be really motivated, whatever your goal is. And that's what we're looking for. People, when I say, what is your goal? Don't pause and They know exactly what they want to achieve. They might not know how to achieve it yet, but they know where they want to get to. So we need to look at your goals. Now, talking about money, tends to be the biggest goal, we teach in Success Moves how to be financially free. And I define financially free as you're not really worried about money each month, that you've got enough income coming in that covers um, all of your costs. Now, the income should be from a passive amount, not from a job, right? Because a job can be taken away and crush it, so you're not financially free. So we also teach you all sorts of things about money. Now, one of the principles of money that every good investor knows is compound interest. It's one of the greatest things known to man, according to Rothschild, right? And people don't get compound interest. They even come out of university with degrees in accountancy or maths, and they can explain it, but they really don't get it, how compound interest works. Let me give you an example. I'm in an investment club, the Success Moves investment club, with the club where we as a group actually investing in shares together. Yeah. Now, without cutting a load of details short, we achieve about 22% income each year. That's average, really. Yeah. 22% income each year. And all we do is putting £100 a month each. That's all we're doing. Right. Now, you do the maths on that, right? I've done the maths. You can get a compound interest calculator online. If you put £100 in every month for 23 years at 22%,